So a crucible is the term that medieval alchemists give for when they used to turn base metals into gold. Crucible, right? And a crucible also roughly translates to the types of experience that alter the trajectory of somebody's life. Now, these are usually sudden and unplanned, very like a car accident or a life-altering, horrible diagnosis. However, these can also be in your everyday little moments. You get that phone call, and you're like, I don't know how to respond to this. Or that customer doesn't buy from you, and you're like, yeah, I've been working with you for months. Why wouldn't you buy from me? Or that marketing campaign doesn't go the way it is, and your boss comes in, and they're like, hey, you really need to work on coming up with your strategic objectives a little bit better, et cetera. You know, there's all kinds of mini crucibles. We get this, right? But there's 3 types of people that come from crucibles. Now, the first type, something bad happens, negative situation, and they go, you know what? It's just my life. Just stick with it. Nothing good ever happens to me anyways. I'm not that good. I'm not good enough. I don't know why I try for anything. And they never really seem to get their swagger back. Then there's a second group of people. In this second group, they're like, you know what? It sucks. Sometimes things happen, and there's no way to word it. It is horrible. And they stay down. And they can go even further down. But eventually, they'll get back to their normal. They'll kind of get back into doing their thing. Maybe somebody will say something that jolts them out of it. I cough a lot, by the way. That's what happens when you hire someone with CF to come in and speak. And then they may or may not go back up, but you know, they're the average Joe, right? They're the people doing the thing, but sometimes life gets them down. Cool. Then there's that third group. That third group, this is the group that I'm obsessed with. Something bad happens, and they get down for a little bit. Might be a day, might be 6 months, might be 6 years. But then something happens and their life forever changes, and they hit those unimaginable levels of success. What shapes the trajectory of our lives? How do some people stay down and always stay down? They never get back up. How come some people are just, meh? And then others are like, watch me go. I'm going to do this. I'm going to figure this thing out, right? We all know people like this, victim, victors. Well, real quick, I walked in and I was just cracking up at this. Not because it's so beautiful. I know what you're all thinking. But, and apparently there's a coconut in it. Is that what I heard? It's a seed of a coconut. Okay, so what's funny is I never really thought about a coconut and how it evolved. I just kind of figured they were always on islands and in drinks. But what's great about this is, where do you plant the coconut? I'm gonna go with coconut because it just sounds better than seed for the video for everyone at home. Okay, so coconuts. Where did you plant it? Play along, this is gonna be great. Interactive, we're playing, right? In the soil. Well, quick, in the soil, is it light or dark? Adversity is that darkness, and to grow, you need to be able to come from that darkness into the light. Very rarely are people who have everything and in the light able to grow and prosper like our future coconut. It's fascinating.